Exhale Sunday, the Pod Hangout Lounge for African Youths.
Approximately, we are having about 60% of Africa's total population being individuals below the age of 35, and when we calculate this, nearly 1 in 3 Africans are between the ages of 10 and 24. What this means is that we are having a youth bulge in Africa. But my question is, who will empower and lead these young Africans? And if us, the young people, fail to take on leadership, who then will shape the future of our politics? Who will shape the future of our businesses? Who will shape the future of the civic leadership and public management space? Hi, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guten Morgen. From anywhere and everywhere you might be listening this to, I'm so excited to be sharing today and also to just be having a conversation. My name is Dorothy Waweru. I'm a communications officer, and I'm very passionate about leadership because I know that leadership is transformational. Now, in Africa and in Kenya, we are seeing a surge of the number of youths. Approximately, we are having about 60% of Africa's total population being individuals below the age of 35, and when we calculate this, nearly 1 in 3 Africans are between the ages of 10 and 24. What this means is that we are having a youth bulge in Africa. But my question is, who will empower and lead these young Africans? And if us, the young people, fail to take on leadership, who then will shape the future of our politics? Who will shape the future of our businesses? Who will shape the future of the civic leadership and public management space? These are questions I ask myself. If we, the youths, do not get into places of leadership, and if we shy away from actually being at a place where we are able to lead, then our future is at stake. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a youth in Kenya. I resonate with the young people of Kenya and of Africa, and I know that a myriad of challenges are facing us as the youth. When we look at the rates of unemployment, when we look at the issues of mental health, and when we look at the issues of resources, these are pertinent issues that are facing us as the young people of Africa. But then we can choose to make a difference. We can choose to change the narrative. We can choose to have a bright future if we agree to take the position of leadership. In my own home country, Kenya, as a youth, as a young person living in this country, I have a responsibility to take on leadership, and that does not mean getting into a political seat or even being at a very high position of influence. It just means that I can choose to make the right decisions where I am, and the right decisions sometimes mean challenging norms and going out of my way, going out of our way as young people to actually seek for opportunities where we can grow. Because many other times I have sat in a group of young people, and when issues to do with the governance of our country are mentioned, when the conversation is about our economy, then a young person would say that is not in my vicinity, that is not something that concerns me. Yet we are the leaders who are going to shape the future of our countries. We are the people that will shape the future of Africa. So therefore, my urge is that we step up and we choose to make the right decisions. We choose to seek for knowledge. We choose to just go out and be in places where we are able to gather the knowledge, gather the skills, be in the right spaces where we can influence and our voices to be heard, because oftentimes we are not in those spaces where decisions are being made. We are not in places whereby we can be considered for positions of leadership. And what this means is that we fail in being the people who decide about the future of our continent, the future of our country. But even before we talk about leadership of our continent, leadership of our country, Kenya, or any country that you may be representing, I want to ask, have we considered personal leadership? Because before you even lead someone else, you must have personal leadership. And what this means is being able to take care of your physical, emotional, spiritual, and mental well-being. I feel that in the world we are living in, it's constantly becoming a challenge, to even take care of our well-being because of the many issues that are happening around us. And most of the times we really are engrossed in the challenges, in the hard things of this life, until we forget about ourselves. So I want to invite us to a place of really taking care of ourselves and ensuring that we are showing up fully for ourselves in this life, because no one will live this life for us. I remember a time that myself and my friends were going to hike in Mount Longonot. It's a very high mountain, and what surprised me is, even if you told a friend, please hike on my behalf, then that cannot even happen. You have to just gather your inner strength and face the mountain and actually climb that mountain and have a vision that you will make it to the top, because without vision, without personal leadership, without focus, then one is not really able to achieve their goal and their vision. As young people, most times we fail in keeping up the momentum. We have dreams, we have goals, we have visions. Some are extraordinary visions. We dream big about not only our lives, not only about our families, but even about Africa. We have big dreams, and it's great to dream. It's great to dream. It's great to wish. And it's great to desire a better life, not just for ourselves, but even for our continent. But then, if we do not take personal leadership by doing whatever it takes in the right way to achieve our goals and ambitions, then we will be failing. And so, personal leadership and leadership at large is very important for us as young people. Recently, I signed up for a program known as McKinsey. It's a program that empowers young people to be able to face challenging situations in a rapidly changing world. And the McKinsey program has several lessons, and in each lesson there are tasks to be undertaken. So why did I enroll in this program? Because I wanted personal development, and I realized that personal development, it's your own work to ensure that you're personally developing. As a young person, sometimes I would think to myself, why aren't growth opportunities coming towards me. And sometimes those opportunities need you to step out of your comfort zone, because that is part of personal leadership, where you take initiative and you walk into rooms, you walk into spaces, you look out for material that can help you become a better person. And so I feel that as young people, we have a great responsibility. Resources are all around us, opportunities are everywhere, but sometimes we just need to take that step. Avail yourself in a platform. When there's a networking event, go out there and actually form networks. People will actually remember you for how much you indulged them, how much you put out yourself out there. And sometimes it's just gaining confidence and contributing in spaces where probably you're not even knowledgeable about. But as you put yourself out there, as you interact with people in the space, then you get to sharpen your skills, and you start realizing that you maybe have a hidden talent in you, or there's an area that is interesting for you to learn more. And that's how you start leading in that space. So there are so many resources and opportunities around us as young people, and if we just take advantage of these opportunities, if we just take advantage of the platforms that are out there, if we actually be very intentional about networking and collaborating and leading from a personal point of view, then our lives will drastically change. There's this online platform I came across. I came across this organization known as Emerging Leaders Foundation, and just want to share something that was interesting to me. Part of what this organization has put out on their website, and you can check them out, is that they envision a world where young people in Africa actively participate in governance, the economy, and public affairs at all levels of society. And their mission is to empower, support, and accompany young men and women to achieve meaningful, dignified, and impactful participation in these areas. It goes back to what I began with, that we as young people need to be actively involved in the issues of our continent, in the issues of our country, at all levels of society, be it entrepreneurship, be it governance, be it businesses. We need to be involved. So my call today, and my call for us African youth, is to arise, to step out of our comfort zones, to challenge the norms, and actually embrace leadership. And leadership begins with you and I. Leadership begins with me. It begins with you, that you can actually take personal leadership and go out into spaces where you never thought you would even thrive in. Join a group of entrepreneurs, maybe step into a room where it's full of experts, and as you listen to how they speak, as you listen to their conversations, you begin to learn, you begin to gain knowledge and wisdom, and who knows, in the next 1-2 years, you be the one who will actually be convening such forums. I know that the youth in Africa have a great potential. I believe that we have a great future ahead of us if we just choose to step out, to step up, and to embrace the leadership that is within us, so that we can see the change that we want to see. Thank you.